If you were to go to all these people, who didn't pay attention, maybe the people that didn't pay attention in the last half of last year, and say, what do you think about the Lions? They would have the same thought that everybody else has. Oh, the Lions suck.
They're the worst.
The Lions stink at football. The Lions are an inept organization. Great catch. I'm on it right now.
There you go.
Whenever you start thinking about the Lions and the turnaround, you just have to get incredibly pumped for their fan base that has sat through just years and decades of curses.
Yeah.
Remember, they took Calvin Johnson's money and said, give it to us.
Yep. Right. Want that back.
$1.4 million, that's ours. And then you hear about that and you start thinking to yourself, is that the way a winning program operates with a Hall of Famer?
No.
Then you think about Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford got to the point where he was like, I have to win a game. It's this water. I have to win a game at some point. Get me out of Detroit. And Detroit fans just continue to show up. Continue to cheer on this Lions team. We have one. Evan Fox is currently in a box truck right over there, cutting the. Had a baby Foxy.
Here
we go, boys.
Had a baby ZD baby and Nick back there, and all the ESPN people that are looking over their shoulder to make sure that they're punching the buttons right and everything like that. But Foxy, you Lions fans deserve this moment. You Lions fans have sat through so much bad football.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you are now in a position where last night is expected has to be absolutely glorious.
Pat, it makes no sense. When I'm watching this game last night, 2 minutes left, Patrick Mahomes has the ball. I said, I've seen this movie a million times in my life. The Lions are going to lose. My heart's getting ripped out. But no. This ain't the same old Lions. This is the brand new Lions. And we finished that game off, and we beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. I cannot believe it. It's one of the greatest times to be a Lions fan ever.
Hey, it's just one game. Jeez.
Just one game.
Slow down.
Oh, my God.
You got to understand, one game's a big deal when you're a Lions fan.
Wait. All right. Well, that's not the brand new Lions.
Especially against the Chiefs.
So that's the thing. We now have 16 more games.
Yep.
Okay, are the Lions going to be able to do this? I think so.
Yeah.
Because I put this tweet out last night. They're actually a group of sophisticated meatheads.
Yeah.
Straight from the top to the bottom. Motor City Dan Campbell and what he's put in there is a toughness. I think a moxie, too. They run a fake punt on their own 17-yard line on opening night. Foxy called it in the morning. I'm like, Foxy, bad teams have to do desperate things.
Yes.
Yep.
The Lions are a good team.
Finally.
They're not going to have to do desperate things. He goes, Motor City Dan Campbell's aggressive. Motor City Dan Campbell is aggressive.
Yeah.
Fake punt early in that game. Keep going. Can they sustain this? Is this a time where we think the Lions are actually good? I'm buying in. I believe it completely. And I'm excited for the Lions for the rest of the year. The Detroit Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs by 1 last night. Jawan Taylor of the Kansas City Chiefs was cheating the whole night.
Yep.
The refs didn't call it until the last series when it really mattered. Shout out to the NFL refs doing what NFL refs seemingly have always done. What was your big takeaway last night about the Lions and the Chiefs? People were saying, I was on Get Up this morning. Are you worried about Chiefs? Are the Chiefs dead? Excuse me.
Whoa.
Chiefs dead? They didn't have Travis Kelce. They didn't have Chris Jones. Chris Jones sitting in a suite in the stadium. That's uncomfortable. That's awkward. Maybe that'll speed up a deal. But are you worried about the Chiefs? And what do you think about the Lions?
No, I am not worried about the Chiefs. It's tough to repeat. We all know that. But I'm more impressed with Aiden Hutchinson and what he was able to do. He wrecked shop, even if he's not getting the quarterback on the ground, the amount of pressure he's able to apply, and 2 and 3 different people.
That was foolish.
So his dad was mic'd, his parents were mic'd up if anyone saw that, right? And his dad said, oh, Aiden killed him on that one.
Hutch.
Hey,
Hutch.
You're right, Hutch got him, which I think is cool, but also at the same time, who's picking and choosing? Who's editing that footage?
Well,
who's editing
it's
that
not
mic?
it's live, but also my big thing is, I'm sure Hutch doesn't want his mom and dad mic'd up on opening night.
I don't know.
They missed the flyover as well. I don't want to start judging people.
Can't have
they
that.
had an alien spacecraft flying over that thing. And then boom, a UFO flies over.
Yep.
They missed it. So there was a couple things NBC did wrong, but other than that, I thought it was a great display, great game, great way to start the NFL season, Tone Diggs.
Yeah, it wasn't the scoring that we thought maybe potentially. The over-under 52.5, it went way under. And Goff came out, and he actually outperformed Patrick Mahomes last night in my eyes, which was the most surprising thing for me.
Yeah, well, Goff has looked good. Second half of the season last year, remember we had this Hembo stat just yesterday. They outscored the entire NFL for the last 8 games or whatever at 29.7 points per game or something like that. This Lions team, we got to think about this, and it's hard to do. Because you go talk to these beautiful people that came out here in Alabama.
Sure.
It's starting to fill up, and Nick Saban will be joining us live here on studio at 1 o'clock local, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time when we're live on YouTube and ESPN+. I assume it's going to get a little rowdy when he's sitting down here. I can't wait to chat with that guy. He also massive announcement out of him.
A different Tony had a worse night. He kind of stunk last night.
Yeah,
he's bad.
That's the thing about Kadarius Toney. Whenever he was traded from the Giants to the Kansas City Chiefs, we all said, of course, Andy Reid gets another Tyreek Hill. Toney, coming out of Florida, was actually said, this is the next Tyreek Hill. He ends up at the Giants and ends up not working out. He goes to the Chiefs last year. All of a sudden, he's healthy, and he makes an instant impact on a Super Bowl run, including in the Super Bowl. But some Alabama just screamed it right now. He's a bump. That's what everybody's saying about this guy on the internet. I don't agree that. I don't believe that. No. I think he had a terrible night. I think it's going to be a wake-up call. Guys who have a lot of this type of swagger and moxie in my eyes, whenever they have a bad game, normally he deleted his X account already.
Yep.
He deleted his Instagram.
Smart.
He had a Super Bowl ring. He was chirping a little bit on social media, talking about the Giants fans with his incredible grill.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this will wake up. I think he's back. Patrick Mahomes said after the game, he said, I have not lost trust. I have not lost faith. He has another game or two like that, though. Old Afro Mohawk Patrick Mahomes is going to be turning that thing elsewhere. Tony knows that.
Yes.
Tony doesn't
yeah,
like
but
where
else does Patrick have to look? We know they have other weapons,
Bell.
especially without
Bell
Kelce.
goes in.
Bell is
Kelce
the
in the
guy.
lineup, though, he needs Kadarius Tony. He absolutely knows that, though. So, of course, he's going to pump him up. But I think Kadarius is going to be fine. I really
think
do.
so, too.
For sure.
And Travis Kelce, I don't want to say like, it's tough. It's
What are you
tough
trying to
do
get
this
to?
all the time. I know I wear a tank top.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I know me, Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein,
Right.
and Kanye West, who can't ride boats in Venice anymore.
No,
he can't.
If that is
cheeks were out everywhere.
One company.
We all dropped out of college.
Yeah.
Okay? So I get that I'm an idiot. But boy, whenever I have a strong sense about something, I think we should think about thinking about it.
Okay.
Travis Kelce not playing last night was almost the easiest tell of all time.
Yep.
As soon as we heard about a hyperextension bone bruise on a Tuesday, 2 days before the game, first game of the season, I assume Andy Reid knew that was going to be the case, and Bell did his thing. But with 2 minutes left, like Foxy was mentioning,
Yes.
there's one human missing from that field
Yeah.
that we are used to seeing. Him getting back is going to be crucial. I know they got 10 days until the next game.
Yep.
Bone bruises are a pain in the ass. They are not easy to heal either because it's literally something happening. So you just got to hope it is. It's a pain tolerance thing. Is he back for next week? How about Chris Jones? Chris Jones is in the building watching the game, losing $1 million while he's doing it.
Yep.
With his agents, the Katz brothers are sitting on either side of him.
Those guys.
And I know the Katz brothers. They're good people. I think the optics last night were horrendous. I think that was a bad play. I appreciate the Chiefs saying, yeah, we won them in the building. I appreciate Chris Jones saying, I helped earn that Super Bowl banner. I want to be there to celebrate it. But what it looked like was like, hey, there's a guy that could be playing with his team and is not playing with his team. I think out of sight, out of mind is a lot better there. But maybe because he was on campus, he was able to shake some hands to get a deal done. I think they need him back, but I don't think they need him back as bad as Shannon Sharp was saying they think that they need him back. I thought their defense did okay without Chris Jones. I don't think it was a good night for Chris Jones at all. And does this mean they're going to move on from Chris Jones? No. Does this mean that they're not better with Chris Jones? No. I think they will be better, but maybe it was a wake-up call too. Like, this team can win without me happening right in front of his face.
Yeah, definitely. And Chris Jones is going to get a deal done. I know you said that they're the Katz brothers and they, they're agents. Those guys work in sanitation and they clean up messes, if you know what I'm saying. You could tell that they probably are related to Tony Soprano in a different life. But they need him, and they need Kelce. But I don't see why you'd rush him back. Let Mahomes and Andy Reid get pissed off. Go 0-2, slow down, realize that you got 15 games after week 2, and then come back and be pissed. I'm more worried about the NFL if the Chiefs go 0-2, because then they might just go on a tear and be pissed off for the entire season.
He knows that because it happened to the Patriots before, and Trent Dilfer famously said the Patriots are dead. And then they went and won multiple more Super Bowls.
Everybody has said that the Patriots are dead. The good news is we get a chance to pick Eagles-Patriots later today. And
Pumped.
Tom Brady is having something special and unique happen for him
That's
at
right.
Foxborough. I don't know if that's going to slow down the Jalen Hurts Sirianni train. So maybe the Patriots are dead. Trent Dilfer was just about 3 decades early.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about why we're here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Let's go.